Hi there. Good evening, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to CJMP 90.1 FM this evening. Whether you're here on purpose or just happen to turn your radio on this moment, thank you for joining me here. My name's Liz. Tonight is the debut of my new show, Angels and You. A year ago, when I started my Facebook community, Angels and You, I never imagined that I would be here at the community radio, ready and willing to talk and chat with all the listeners in the Powell River area. I've even heard that we have some people listen from Vancouver Island and beyond, which is really, really cool. And if you're joining us from my Facebook page, thank you for tuning in also from wherever you are in the world. I also wanted to take this opportunity before I dive right into my show to thank the wonderful people here at CJMP. You've always believed in me and my ideas from the start, never scoffing at me or telling me that I'm a weird person. You guys rock. So on that note, if you are listening and you love community radio and you have a few dollars to spare, please consider becoming a member and helping sustain CJMP. It's all community and volunteer run, and everyone at the station really puts their heart and soul into keeping their shows and keeping it alive. So you can check out cjmp.ca for more details, or you can even email membership@CJMP on get more information on how you can keep us going here at the radio. So, since it's my first show, bear with me here, dear listeners. I'm still getting to sort of know the radio equipment here, hearing my own voice through my headphones, and how to make everything work smoothly. So, I promise I'm trying my very best. Hang in there. Okay, so since it's my first time on air, my first show, the debut show, I think it only makes sense to tell you a bit about myself and who I am. So, my name is Liz. I'm fairly new to Powell River, but it's absolute paradise here. Even if it's a bit slushy and wet out there right now, drive safe, everybody. I have visited a few times before I finally quit the city and made the move here. I was hooked in by both the ocean and the mountains being so close. I just absolutely loved it. I grew up in a small town in Alberta, and to be honest, I'd never really stepped into the ocean off the Canadian coast until I moved to Vancouver when I was 18. So you can imagine my delight to discover Powell River and all of the treats that it has to offer right at your fingertips. I felt especially cool when I went to Willingdon Beach the other day, and I caught a glimpse of a pod of dolphins and seals playing around. They were probably catching fish, and it was so amazing. It felt pretty incredible, and I felt really lucky and really blessed to have been present for those moments as I watched the ocean just so full of life beaming in front of me. It was inspiring and exciting, to say the least. And it's not only just the nature, but the people in Powell River have been extremely opening and welcoming to me, and I can't thank you enough for that. If I'm being totally honest, I felt more part of a community here in the short time that I've been here than I did spending several years in Vancouver. So, speaking of the city, I lived in Vancouver for about 3.5 years prior to moving to Powell River. I went to school for special effects makeup, and I went to school for aesthetics and spa therapy, and I enjoyed my time in school, I really did, but I didn't enjoy the city life as much. Nothing against Vancouver and all, it's a great city to visit. I love Vancouver. It has great food, the best ramen and delivery sushi that's so cheap, and it's at your doorstep anytime you want. That is one thing that I do miss. Although I lived in the city, I was constantly feeling like I was being drawn toward like a different, bigger path. I always felt like I had something more that I needed to accomplish, but that urge wasn't really being satisfied in the city. I didn't really like cramming into a bus with a lot of other people for an hour twice a day, working your standard 50-hour per week to pay the bills for the basement suite that I was renting. I wanted to feel purposeful. I wanted adventure. I'd often think to myself, there must be more than this. Like, there has to be. And I prayed for guidance, and I prayed for direction and change. So you're probably thinking now, how does this relate to Angels and You, spirituality, self-care, oracle card readings, radio show? Well, since I was a little kid, I have connected with angels, and I have found myself to be a very empathetic and very energetically sensitive person. So like most people who have these skills or abilities, they are riddled with anxiety, told that they are too sensitive, and they shove them off or try to numb them with drinking or drugs and go on with their lives. And believe me, I did that for a time, but again, something just was not satisfying me. So luckily for me, these kind of energetic skills or sensitivities run in my family. I was raised in what I would call a Christian home, but I feel that what I was taught were the best parts of what religious beliefs can be. So, like, I was never forced or made to attend church or pray or do anything in a way that didn't feel right to me. There was no guilt, no fear or sin or of God or anything like that. I learned on my own that it's important to cultivate a personal relationship with God, Source, the universe, or whatever you feel resonates with you. I might sometimes, during my show or my angel card readings, use the word God when referring to the universe or a greater power, just because that's what really resonates with me best. I feel that a part of my mission here on this beautiful planet is to help break down the walls that people have built up around what God is supposed to be. I've realized that God isn't necessarily like a man or a person, but rather an energy force, a constant support, someone to talk to, just like the angels who are kind of like the helpers of the universe. I might also refer to this energy force as the universe, divine, or the source, because I'm going with my intuition and just what kind of feels good at that moment. My intention for my show is not to ruffle any feathers or to offend, but rather to open up the channels of communication here for this sort of thing, because that's something that I really wish that I had done sooner for myself. I recently had a revelation about divine connections and such in the movie theater over the Christmas holidays. There I was, sitting watching Star Wars Rogue One. Awesome movie, by the way. You should totally go see it if you haven't seen it. And I was repeating to myself, I am the Force is with me, and being so mesmerized by how the characters in this movie trusted this power, and with their faith both in it and themselves, they accomplished these amazing goals. And what I realized then is that the Force is really just like the spiritual connection that the Jedi have with their inner power. It's so cool. And as of that moment, I have officially been converted from girlfriend who nods and smiles at talks of Star Wars to actively repeating the mantra, I am the Force is with me. Because really, God, the universe, Source, whatever we need already exists inside of us. We are the universe. We are the product of its divine creations, and therefore we are the divine. Oh, so cool. So here I was, 16, and I bought myself my first deck of angel oracle cards. I was in downtown Calgary, and I was waiting for my friend to get off work, just kind of wandering the shops along the 17th Ave strip. If you've ever been into that part of Calgary, there's all kinds of spiritual shops and bookstores that have just all kinds of goodies to look at. So had I not walked into that little eclectic gift shop, I'm not sure that I'd be here on the radio talking to you guys today. And thus my first deck, one that I still use to this day, which was Angel Dreams by Doreen Virtue, followed me home. I started to use the cards, and when I did, I felt really deeply connected to something much greater. I was finding that when I did readings for myself, I could find comfort, I could find peace, advice, or whatever it was that I needed at that particular time. From there, my brain kind of spiraled into a lot of different directions. I had a lot to learn about myself spiritually going forward, and it would all lay out perfectly over the next 5 to 6 years. I never thought of it too much, or knew that people sought out this kind of help and intuitive guidance from others. And honestly, I didn't even think that there were folks out there that had the intuition and the skills to connect with angels and guides, and use these cards as a helpful way of delivering messages to those who really needed them. So fast forward a few hard years in college in Vancouver, where I went through a tremendous amount of heartbreak, losing friendships, and also learning a lot about the true nature of how people can be. Good and bad, of course. It would be a lie to say that all of my experience was negative, because it really truly wasn't. I learned a lot of lessons, and I went through a lot of growth as a young adult. My sensitive heart at this point, though, was just about ready to burst, and not in a good way at that time. I was kind of riddled with this anxiety and just going back to that constant wondering, like, is this all that there is for me? Like, this can't be. Like, just feeling like ever so lost in the universe and just feeling so alone. And what I didn't realize is that when I was going through all of this, I was never truly alone. In fact, I was the exact opposite. I had no idea that all of the thoughts, feelings, and emotions that I would experience, the gut feelings, the little voice in the back of my head telling me to avoid something, those were my guardian angels, and those were my guides that were trying to nudge me in the right direction. I just had to listen. And it took me all of those years to remember, but there I was at 19 years old, remembering visits that I had with an angel, Archangel Michael, as a young child. Archangel Michael is the angel that is a constant protector of all people, animals, and beings throughout our universe. He's able to be present with anyone at any time to guide, protect, or even save lives when necessary. Like, do you ever hear about those crazy accidents or car crash stories where it seems like there is no possible way the victims could survive, but they do? I recently watched a documentary that got me thinking about this, and it was about the Golden Gate Bridge and individuals who had attempted to commit suicide. And these people all had similarities in their stories. Leaping off of the edge, soaring down toward the water and thinking, I don't want to die. Please God, I don't want to die. And somehow they survive the fall. And they continue to heal their life, to change lives for people around them, and working to heal their family and their friends during that process as well. I know that in my heart that angels and the universe, they really do have our backs. I think that angels and angel healing is so amazing because whether you consider yourself spiritual or religious, you have guardian angels and they want to communicate with you. They want to help you. They are non-denominational, which means that they aren't part of any religion or group, and they're always there for you. All that you must do is ask them to be there with you. Your angels, of course, respect you and your free will choices and decisions, so they won't intervene if you don't want them to. And they do this for everyone. They help to guide us all toward making decisions and choices that will be for the greatest good of everyone involved. They will lovingly stand behind you and wait until you call for their assistance, but once you call, be ready, because they will be there in an instant. Now, how awesome is that? It's like 24-hour protection. Like, I couldn't ask for anything more. Okay, so going back a teeny tiny bit here. There I was, going through this journey of so many ebbs and flows and just learning a lot about who I was as a person. And strangely enough, these events had spurred a lot of memories for me that I hadn't visited in a long time. I was remembering being like 1 or 2 years old and talking with this angel, Archangel Michael. And he's always been my guide and my protector since I was born, and I realize that now. I'd received a white teddy bear, one that I actually still have to this day. And what do you know? I named him Michael. As a 2-year-old, I named this bear Michael. So cool. And as a kid, growing up, I tried to change his name a lot. I was always so embarrassed because people would make fun of me for, calling my teddy something so, normal or adult, I guess. Most people that I knew just kind of called their teddies, Ted or Bear or Barry or whatever, but no, that just wasn't for me, I guess. I couldn't change the name, nothing would stick, it was the weirdest thing, and it's only really started to make sense to me in recent years. Suddenly, there was sunshine in the darkness. So, nearing the end of those horrid college years, I was fortunate to have one of my best friends from childhood move into my teeny apartment with me for a while. It was kind of like heaven had placed us together for that time. We'd grown up a block apart in our hometown, we'd completed school together, but as life sometimes does, we'd gone on our own separate adventures, her out to Vernon, me out to Vancouver, and of course we stayed in touch thanks to Facebook, text, and Skype. This friend of mine also happened to be a big fan of the angel oracle cards. And I think it's safe to say that she would consider herself a spiritual person too. Having gone through many challenges in such a short life like myself, she also drew strength from knowing that she always had some kind of angelic bodyguards by her side. We'd visit throughout the years. I'd often drive through Vernon on my way home to Alberta on my breaks from school. I'd stop for a visit and we would give each other angel oracle card readings. It was such a relief to know that I had a friend who shared a similar interest to me and that we could draw comfort from each other in that way. When we moved in together, she showed me her collection of card decks. And at that time, I think she probably had around 10 or 12 different card decks, some by different authors, but mostly by one woman, Doreen Virtue. And Doreen Virtue has been kind of a quote-unquote trendsetter, so to speak, in the spiritual world, coming out as a clairvoyant and medium, and working that into her practice, and using it to help her clients as a psychologist and counselor. She's a PhD, an author, and a speaker, and a truly remarkable lady. She lives in Hawaii and runs this amazing animal farm ranch, and she has hundreds of animals. She will just go and save 20 lambs and 20 pigs just because she is wonderful. Every week on YouTube, she posts a weekly oracle card reading for anyone watching. And before I knew it, I was hooked. using the oracle cards on a more regular basis now, and starting to learn about my skills and talents with intuition and feeling, I decided to take one of her courses, and this course was the Certified Angel Card Reader course. Basically, what I learned there was how to utilize and understand everything that I was thinking and feeling. I learned how to channel my abilities and use them along with the cards to help people. It really helped me to hone my skills. Before that, I was having all of this craziness all the time in my head, all of these feelings and emotions, like especially when I would go out into public around large crowds of people. Public transit was especially stressful for me in the city. I was always picking up on the emotions of the people around me and not knowing how to interpret at all. So I guess how I would describe myself nowadays is a clairsentient, and basically that means that I'm able to channel messages from angels, God, the universe, through my thoughts, feelings, and emotions for myself and for other people. Occasionally, I'll have a dream that has messages for me in it, or I'll see pictures or messages through fleeting moments in my mind's eye. And I often see things reoccurring in the physical world, like number sequences that pop up randomly, like 1111 or 333 or 555. Along with that, I would consider myself to be an angel intuitive, connecting with the angelic realm specifically. So no, I can't see or talk to dead people. That's a clairvoyant or a medium. And no, I wouldn't really consider myself like a quote-unquote psychic, although I did work for an online psychic website for a while, but that's another show. I'd also consider myself very empathic. I believe that my empathy is one of the strongest skills that I have because it allows me to read a room instantly in any area of my life. And so, trusting in the universe and knowing that I would not be given any task that I could not handle comforted me as I practiced doing readings for others in person, online, and over the phone. I was having a really great time just spreading more light into a world that tends to love to bask in the shadows. So, it wasn't too long after that I thought it would be cool to share some of my readings online. And at that time, I was a part of a large Facebook community, which has a group page for all of the graduates and students of the Certified Angel Card Reader course. The people in this group were so supportive, and all of the signs and messages that I was receiving were pointing me in the direction to share this more with the world. So, much contemplation, and a few clicks later, I created Angels and You, a page where I am dedicated Monday to Friday to sharing card messages to hopefully brighten up someone's day, anyone's day, even if it's just a teeny tiny bit. If you want to check out that page, you can go to facebook.com/angelsandyou333. There's those number sequences. I was committed to spreading some kind of light and love throughout the social media feeds, because much of what I was seeing in my own feed was negativity or war or things happening in the world. And don't get me wrong, I'm not burying my head in the sand by any means from any of the issues going on in this world. They are very important and they need to be addressed. I just believe that it's not doing anyone any good getting upset about Facebook articles and posts. I was taking a lot of that onto myself. I found that it was just exhausting getting lost in arguments in the comment section with people who have these big, huge opinions and who you just can't change. So instead I tried to just be a peaceful activist, trying to make love the biggest, brightest energy out there, and praying and asking my angels and asking God in the universe to help those who I cannot physically be of aid to. Now that I think of it, that was pretty much exactly a year ago. My page has grown a lot since then. We're coming up on 715 likes, which just blows my mind. I appreciate and I love every single person that takes the time to read the messages and to like the cards that I post, and I hope that they know that it all comes from my heart just for them. Really, it's been a fun hobby that has changed and transformed into a blooming small business, and now I do craft fairs and farmers markets and traveling to clients' homes for readings, as well as doing readings over Skype, phone, and email. It's so cool. I've learned a lot about myself and a lot about spirituality and what that means to each and every individual person during and that time has helped me to shed a lot of light onto situations that otherwise seem very negative. And I promise you that I am very far from perfect when it comes to this. Obviously, we are all human, but what matters is that we are trying our best to make a difference in this world, even if it's just the little things. Just a smile at someone walking by, or giving up your seat on the bus, or offering your friend a hug. The little things just make the biggest difference sometimes. So I suppose that pretty much wraps up the listener's digest version of who I am and what I'm doing here on this planet at this present moment. Going into my radio show going forward, I really want this hour of time I have on Sunday nights to be a safe place for myself and for all of my listeners to feel like they are supported as they go through their own spiritual journey, or as they strive to change their lives, take better care of themselves, and to find their own peace within. I really want Angels and You Radio to be more than me just spewing my thoughts weekly, but a conversation between people who are going through a similar spiritual awakening in whatever way that might be, whatever it means to you. I want each and every one of you listening to know that you are never alone. Even when you feel like you're in the darkest hole you've ever been to, call upon your angels. They will help you see the light. I want to extend that support from not only the show, but also onto my Facebook page, Angels and You, so that you can connect with more people from all over in the world. Feel free to even send me messages. We can talk. Keep in mind also that this is meant to be like a fun, light, and void of serious type of thing, because I feel like we could all use a few more smiles. The angel cards are meant to be for fun, guidance, enlightenment only. They never are replacing the advice of a medical professional of any type for any physical or mental health concerns. Your angels would, of course, want you to seek out all of the human help that you feel that you need. That is what it's there for, after all. So each week, I'm going to be sharing a list of what I like to call the Mind, Body, Spirit resources / calendar that I have compiled from doing research about what's available to us here in town, in Powell River, that is. And on that list of things, I've included stuff like local health practitioners, yoga, meditation, and other spiritual resources. I would love to add some local events to this list as well if there's anything that you know of coming up in the next several months. So that brings me to my next point. If you're out there listening and you are a local energy worker, psychic, or have some kind of event, community, business, or organization that you think could benefit from a bit of free advertising and attention here on the radio, please send me an email at angelsandyoureadings@gmail.com. So that's angelsandyoureadings@gmail.com. I would be more than happy to add you to the list that I will read each week on air. I really want to help enrich and grow our spiritual community here in Powell River. And I want to help people know that there really is support available for them in all shapes and forms, no matter what kind of support you need or are looking for. I want to help bring us all together so that we may be an even brighter source of light for our world and to spread happiness and love with even more strength than we ever have before. If we can break down the walls between what is considered weird and what is considered normal, I believe that we can be a stronger community and to help one another live better lives overall. So again, if you are a local energy worker, psychic, or have some kind of event, community, business, or organization that you think can help people grow, mind, body, and spirit, please send me a note to angelsandyoureadings@gmail.com to have it added to my list that I will read each week. Of course, you can contact me through Facebook as well. So, on that note, let's go over to our list here. Alrighty, so this is my most recent list, updated today. First up, we have the Encounter Center, and this is located down on Marine Ave, 4685 Marine Ave, and they have a spirit cafe going on there, and it's spiritual readings, dream interpretation, and peace treatments, and it's 100% free to you. So the next Spirit Cafe is taking place on January 21st, 2 p.m. to 4 p.m., and they take place normally on the first Friday of the month, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m., and the third Saturday of the month, 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. And also located on 4685 Marine Drive is Open Door Healing Rooms. So in there, they're using the power of prayer for healing all physical, emotional, and spiritual issues or ailments. And this is also 100% free. So that's open Tuesday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., as well as 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. And the Open Door Healing Rooms has hospital and senior facilities available Wednesdays, 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. They have a Slammin' Healing Room Wednesday, 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. and Sozo Deep Inner Healing, available by appointment. So you can just contact them there, and they also do mobile visits. So to contact the Encounter Center, you can drop by whenever they're open, or you can send an email to theencountercenter@gmail.com for any questions or inquiries about their service. So again, they've got Spirit Cafe going on the first Friday and the third Saturday of the month, and also the Open Door Healing Rooms, Tuesdays 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., as well as 7 p.m. and 9 p.m. You can contact them at theencountercenter@gmail.com. Any questions or inquiries? Next up, we have Spirit Wind Healing and Energy Therapies. So this is like Reiki, ARC bodywork, aura testing, and more. And these are done with someone named Sandra McLean, and you can reach her at 604-487-4274. Check out her website at www.spiritwindhealing.com, or send her an email at spiritwind@shaw.ca. She also has these treatments available at the Vitality Natural Wellness Clinic. So this is number 5, 4603 Marine Avenue, and their phone number there is 604-485-6161. Okay, third on the list here is Blue Lotus Holistic Healing. So they do Swedish and deep tissue massage, shiatsu, reflexology, and Reiki. We could all use a massage, couldn't we? So they are at 6804 Alexander Street. You can check their Facebook page out at facebook.com/Blue Lotus, or give them a call at 604-414-5991. Next up, we have Illuminescence. So this is Reiki, life coaching, meditation, healing, yoga, and more. And this is offering services in the privacy of your own home to help you unleash your creative potential, support personal growth through consciousness, intuition, and an understanding that everything is connected. So you can email Kelly at illuminescence.ca, or check out her website at www.illuminescence.ca. Next up, we have some meditation here for you. Boost your health and happiness with meditation at the Powell River Recreation Complex. So this is a 4-week registered program that takes place Monday nights from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. Each week explores a new kind of meditation, which is kind of cool. It covers main styles of meditation, such as guided meditation, visualization, sacred sound, chanting mantra, breath meditation, mindfulness, and insights into stillness. To register or to find out more information, call the reception desk at the Powell River Recreation Complex. The phone number there is 604-485-2891. Okay, and if you want to do some yoga, you should check out Powell River Yoga Garden at the Powell River Academy of Music. So this is the home of therapeutic yoga, and this is great for those that are living with injury or recovering from illness. All ages are welcome, calms your mind, body, and spirit for an overall healthier you. So to learn more, you can contact Penny Gelber at 604-223-0421, or you can shoot her an email to penny at the pryogagarden.ca. For further information, you can always contact the Powell River Music Academy at 604-485-4633. 9633, sorry. So that was 604-485-9633, or you can email info@powellriveracademy.org. Some more yoga for you. We've got the Nourish Yoga and Wellness Studio, and they're inspiring people to live a healthy lifestyle by offering a holistic approach to wellness. And I have heard nothing but good things about these guys. 2 studios available in town for yoga, dance, fitness, and more. So you can call 604-485-2576 for more information, or you can check out their website at www.nourishstudio.ca or facebook.com/nourishstudio. And you know, even if you don't feel like venturing out or leaving the house, there are so many resources available to you through Facebook, groups, pages, communities that you can join to speak to with people from all over the world that are going through exactly what you are. All you have to search is what kind of group you were looking for and then sift through the results. Happy interneting. There's so much out there. I really encourage you to do that. Okay, so that brings us to the end of our resource list for this week. So again, if you are a local energy worker, a psychic, or have some kind of event, community, business, or organization that you think can help people grow mind, body, and spirit, please send me an email at angelsandyoureadings@gmail.com. I would love to hear from you. Also, feel free to email me with any questions that you might have about my show or suggestions about what you'd like to hear me talk about in the future on air. So, as well, each week on Angels and You, I'm going to be doing a weekly angel oracle card reading for everyone listening, asking God, the universe, and our angels what we need to know for the upcoming week. We're going to take some calls on air for angel card readings after we finish the weekly reading. So let's go ahead and do our weekly reading for everyone listening to the show, no matter where you are in the world. So tonight I've brought with me my Archangel Oracle cards, and this is a deck of cards by Doreen Virtue, and this is one of my favorite decks to use. Okay. So I'm holding the cards here in my hands, and I'm just asking all of our angels, God, the universe, our higher self, to join us here today for this reading. I'm asking them to clear all of us and these cards of any energies that are not pure love and light, and to surround us all in a protective bubble of light as we do this reading tonight. As I'm shuffling the cards here, I'm focusing on all of our energies, tuning all of our energies in so that we may hear what we need to know from our angels and the universe for this week coming up. So I'm going to draw 3 cards today. I'm going to draw 1 card for Monday, Tuesday, 1 card for Wednesday, Thursday, and 1 card for the weekend, which will be Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So dear God, dear angels, please help me to choose these cards. All right, I've got Monday, Tuesday here. And Wednesday, Thursday. And the weekend. All right, here we go. And if you've never used oracle cards before, they're kind of cool. They're kind of like a little bit like tarot cards, I guess, except they work without any negativity or any darkness, I guess. And they work by the law of attraction. So all of our energy that we've just put forward, it's going to come through the cards. So let's draw our first card here. Okay, so our card for Monday, Tuesday is Overcoming Difficulties. So this card says, the worst is now behind you and you are surmounting any previous challenges. So right away what I'm picking up here is that with the start of the new year, and we're going forward, we're doing lots of new projects, and we always feel kind of new at the beginning of the new year. And this card is really affirming to us that any problems or difficulties that we have been going through, those are ending for us soon. The art on this card is actually an eagle soaring over mountains, and to me that means that we are really starting to spread our wings and to fly high and really go forward and to accomplish all of those goals and dreams that we have for ourselves. So this is really encouragement from your angels to know and to feel comforted that the worst is kind of behind you. I know that a lot of people had kind of a bad year in 2016, but that's okay. You know, we don't have to take forward that energy with us. This is us giving ourselves permission to leave behind all of the bad that's happened and to know that it doesn't affect us going forward unless we let it. So this is a good time for us to do some work letting go of those things. So take a deep breath here with me. Thank you, angels. Thank you, universe, for helping me to release and to let go anything that I'm holding on to from the past year. Help me to have confidence and to know that I can move forward into this new year with strength, passion, and pride, and to know that any challenges are now behind me. You have the tools, you have the skills to defeat any challenge that you want to overcome. You can do it. I believe in you. Okay, so that was our card for Monday, Tuesday. Very positive if anyone is kind of dreading going back to work Monday, the Monday grind, you know. You will get through that. Don't worry. Card for Wednesday and Thursday. So this one, interesting. Teaching and learning. So this card says, keep an open mind and learn new ideas, and then teach these ideas to others. So this card is all about keeping your mind open like it said, and being receptive to new information. So maybe this is the first time you've ever listened to an angel card reading or you've heard about angel card readings. But this is an affirmation for you that will help to broaden your whole sense, everything that's going on in your mind, and it'll also change your perspective on the world. It'll change the way that you look at yourself and at other people. And this is also a card for anyone who has maybe been considering, going into teaching or, any types of classes, things like that. This is affirmation for you that's a good idea for you to do. If you've been having those inklings, like you want to teach or that's something you might want to do, this is validation for you. So you should go forward and do that. And it's also really great, even if you're not a teacher, just to, help spread knowledge to other people about things that you know. Politics is coming up strong on this one. Whatever your beliefs may be, just helping others to understand what your perspectives are and making sure that everyone has accurate information. That's a big message coming through for me now. Doing your research and helping people to know what's really going on. And that's part of our job here on Earth as what I like to call Earth angels, I guess, or people who are a little more sensitive or in tune to that kind of thing. We're here to help spread that positivity and spread that information that people need to know. It's for the greater good of everyone on our planet. So that's a great card for Wednesday and Thursday for us. For the weekend. So this is for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. This card is career transition. Your life purpose is triggering a blessed career change. So that kind of ties into the second card there where I was talking about teachers, instructors, that kind of thing. Even if you aren't a teacher or instructor, this card is signifying that there might be a change in career for you. Or if you've been thinking about switching things up at your job or finding a new job, this is a good sign for you. It's also a sign that there could be something going on the weekend with your job. Maybe a new project or something will pop up. And even if you're not really planning to switch careers, this could also be a card for you just to know that there is a bit of change coming in your life and to be open to that as well. And I think that's kind of going back to overcoming difficulties, which was our first card. Just being open to overcoming what's going on and not holding on to things that, don't serve you for your highest good or don't make you feel totally good all the time. Because, you deserve to feel good. We all deserve to feel good, right? So as a little recap there, for Monday and Tuesday, we had overcoming difficulties, so you are well on your way to success. Wednesday, Thursday, teaching and learning, just keeping an open mind, learning new ideas, and then sharing these with other people to help them grow and learn as well. And for the weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, career transition, being open to transitions in your life, whether they are with your job, your family, anything that's going on with you right now. Just be open to it and know that you're supported, and you always will be. And if you're needing any help or any guidance, you can always call upon your angels and ask for that as well. Okay, so we're going to start taking some calls on air for some readings. So if you would like to have a reading on air live with me, if you have any questions about what your angels or what your guides want you to know, we can take a look at that for you. So if you want to call in, the number is 604-485-0088. That, again, is 604-485-0088. Okay, we are back and we are live on air with Kieran, who has called in for a reading. Okay, can you hear me there okay, Kieran?
Yep, perfectly.
Okay, so tell us what's going on. What would you like to know today? What would you like to ask your angels or inquire about?
Just a general reading.
Just kind of what your angels want you to know right now?
Yeah, totally.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, so Kieran, as I shuffle your cards here, just focus your energy on being open to receiving any messages that your angels might want you to know right now.
Okay.
And we will see what comes up. I'm going to draw 3 cards for you. Okay, so I tried to draw 3, but the third card wanted to come up as 2 cards. So lucky you, listener, you get an extra card.
Awesome.
Okay, so we'll go ahead and flip over our first card here. So our first card, sensitivity. So this card is saying that you are extra sensitive to energies and emotions right now, and to honor yourself and your feelings. So this card is coming up for you to remind yourself to take care of yourself. Asking your heart what it is that you truly want to do. Like, do you feel like you're doing a lot of things that maybe aren't what you're supposed to be doing, or you're maybe doing things that you need to please other people for, but at your own expense, like you're not getting enough rest, that kind of thing? So this card is just a reminder for you to really take note of what's going on in your life, and if those things that you're doing are making you feel good. And to honor yourself in those feelings. Like, it's okay if you don't want to go to every party that your friends invite you to. I don't know if you're a big party person, but you know what I mean. Just taking that time for that self-care if you feel like that's something that you really need. This card could also be an indicator for you that you're just extra sensitive to people's emotions right now. There's a lot of change going on in the world, a lot of things that we're seeing on the news and Facebook, and it's hard not to feel that, taken onto our psyche sometimes. Does that make sense to you?
That does, yeah.
Okay, perfect. I'm going to flip over our second card here. Interesting card. So this card is clairvoyance. So this card says, I'm helping your spiritual sight fully awaken so that you can clearly see heavenly love. And it's kind of an interesting feeling, but with the first card too, I've been kind of feeling like your angels are telling you that you have some abilities, like some kind of sensitivities or intuitive abilities that you are maybe ignoring or are maybe being awoken right now.
Cool.
Yeah, so that's something that's happening right now. On this card in particular, the angel is holding a staff, and it has the 7 chakras on it. So this is also a reminder for you just to keep yourself aligned, eating the proper foods, getting enough rest, just like the first card was saying, like not pushing yourself too out of your comfort zone.
Oh, yeah.
Also, lots of exercise, too. I'm feeling yoga is a big thing I'm picking up for you. And that's going to help you to detoxify your brain and your body and to sort of stay all in alignment.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's a great card for you. So I'm going to flip over the third card here. The outdoors. Aha! So this one says, go outside, get some fresh air, and connect with nature to relieve stress and gain new creative ideas. So, have you been feeling lately like you need to just go outside and take a walk?
Yeah, I have.
So this is your angels reminding you that this is something really important for you to do. They're showing me that it's especially important in terms of awakening those abilities that you might have. Even if you don't see yourself as an intuitive or a card reader necessarily, there's still abilities you can use in your day-to-day life. Just navigating people and things and that sort of thing. It's also just good for you too. Like, this whole reading's just kind of been talking about how it's good for you to go outside and to get some fresh air, to take care of your body, honoring those feelings that you just need to go outside and take a break. So put on the gumboots and go for an adventure. And the fourth card that popped up here, oh my gosh, this is so cool. I can't make this stuff up. Claircognizance. So pay attention to the thoughts and ideas that come to you as they are answered prayers. So claircognizance is like, it's a form of clairvoyance, or sort of, like you're not seeing, but you're kind of hearing things through your thoughts and things like that.
Oh, yeah.
And this is just another reminder to pay attention to those things, because those ideas and those thoughts and feelings that they're sending to you, those are answers to your prayers. They really are. And they want to guide you on the path that you want to be on, We just have to listen to our intuition, right?
That sounds perfect.
So I feel like this whole reading has kind of been really about your awakening skills and abilities, but also trusting your intuition, Going with what your gut is telling you, not doing things for other people that you don't necessarily want to do. Like, you're not doing it out of love, you're just doing it because you have to, And I'm here to tell you that you don't have to do that if you don't want to. It's really okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, so that wraps up our reading. Do you have any questions about the cards?
No, that sounded really nice.
Okay, great. Well, thanks for calling in, Kieran.
No problem. Thanks for taking the reading.
Alrighty, bye-bye. What a great reading with Kieran there. Lots of messages about his skills awakening. I love it when readings are like this and several cards come up that are quite similar. It's really quite cool. Okay, if there's anybody else out there that would like a reading on air, please call in to the radio here at CJMP. It is 604-485-0088. And if you are not in our area, if you're somewhere else in the world, dial that 1 before that. It's 1-604-485-0088. I'm waiting for your call. And if you've just tuned in, you're listening to Angels and You Radio. We're doing some live readings on air right now, and the phone lines are open if you want to call in for a short angel card reading. The number is 604-485-0088. And again, we're doing some short angel card readings on air here, so if you want to call in, you can call in at 604-485-0088. Hey, Ron, how's my sound there?
Very good. I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, perfect. So, what would you like to ask your angels tonight, Ron? Do you have any specific questions, or do you want to just see what your angels want you to know right now?
Well, I have a new job that I've just started, so I asked my angels how that's going to go.
Okay, sounds great. So I'm just going to shuffle my cards here. And as I do this, we'll just focus on the intention of being open-minded to whatever our angels want us to know and want you to know about your new job and how that's going. So I'm going to draw 3 cards here for you.
Okay.
All right, I've picked 3 cards here for you. Flipping over our first one. Oh, interesting. So the first card I've pulled is moon cycles. So it says, notice how the moon affects your energy and manifestations, and capitalize upon these cycles. So this card could literally mean that you should pay attention to, when it's a full moon, when it's a new moon, because it can kind of affect your energy and mood. But I'm feeling like this card in particular is talking about sleep cycles, making sure that you're getting enough sleep for the job, and making sure that you go to bed at the right time, because that will help you to have a better day overall. Like, you'll feel like you have more energy. You can just kind of go in, get the job done, and it'll be an awesome day kind of thing. Does that make sense to you? Have you been sort of not getting enough sleep lately?
Yeah, off and on, that's been happening.
Okay, so that's something to pay attention for you for sure. Making sure you're getting enough sleep, taking care of your body, because it's going to help you have a better day at work. So our second card here. Remember who you are. So this card says you are a powerful, loving, and creative child of God. You are very loved. So this card is a really good card for giving you like a positive affirmation, like, remember who you are. You are a hard worker. You are someone who can accomplish anything that you want to accomplish. You will get the job done with pride. And I feel like this is also a reminder for you to not forget who you are outside of work also. Doing things that, lighten up your day outside of work. If you are into music or anything like that, you should be doing more of that kind of thing. And getting active too, making time for friends, going out for walks, taking the dog for a walk, things like that as well. That's going to help you to have a better time at work too.
Excellent.
And our last card. Oh, interesting. So both of these cards that I've pulled for you are Archangel Michael. So he is just with you, protecting you and making sure that everything goes smoothly at work for you. So this card is crystal clear intentions. So it says be clear about what you desire and then focus upon it with unwavering faith. So this is a good positive affirmation card. Again, just letting you know that whatever you decide, whatever you intend for your day or for your workplace to be, that is what it will be. If you put that positive energy out there and you decide, yep, I'm going to have a good day, I'm going to deal with these people and do whatever I have to do, then it will be a good day, Just putting that energy out there and focusing upon that with unwavering faith. And I feel like this card is also repeating the message from the second card about remembering who you are outside of work too, and having crystal clear intentions with that kind of thing, because I feel like there's going to be some new projects, new fun things, or opportunities to spend time with friends that are going to come up for you. So that's a really great card for you. So I think overall, your new job's going to go really positively. Just make sure you're getting enough sleep and the work-life balance, keeping it balanced between how much time you're spending at work and how much time when you're off work you're having fun and doing things that you enjoy too. That's going to be really important for you.
Great.
So do you have any questions about the cards?
No, that's great. Thanks very much.
Okay, perfect. Thanks for calling in, Ron.
Okay, I know.
Bye-bye. All right, another great reading there. And I guess the time now is 8:57. Wow, that hour has just flown by. It has been an excellent first show. I want to thank everyone who tuned in tonight for listening. I really, really appreciate you taking the time to sit back and listen to me spew my thoughts on air. Thank you again to CJMP for being so awesome and putting me on air. Please check out cjmp.ca for a full program schedule. There are tons of other programmers with all sorts of amazing content and music to share. I love CJMP Community Radio. And you can also check out there how you can help sustain the station, become a member, or even if you have your own ideas for future programming. And if you liked the music on my show, it was a song called Abyss by Gray Houston. You can find that on YouTube. It makes all kinds of beautiful instrumental music and that kind of thing. Of course, if you have any feedback for my show, or you have something you think should be added to the Mind, Body, Spirit resource list / calendar, so if you are an energy worker, psychic, or have some kind of business, organization, or community, or you're having an event that can help people grow mind, body, and spirit, please send me an email at angelsandyoureadings@gmail.com, or shoot me a message on my Facebook page. I want to hear from you. I want to put your community or whatever your resources on my list. Help me grow this list, everybody. You can check me out on Facebook at facebook.com/angelsandyou333. And if you want to see my full website with more information, photos, and some blog posts, you just have to go to my Facebook page and click the Learn More button, and it will take you there. So again, that's facebook.com/angelsandyou333. Click that like button, click that Learn More button. You can also find me on Instagram at angelsandyou, and of course, feel free to contact me or send me a message if you would like a private reading with me and your angels. So, that being said, I will bid you adieu. Thank you, dear listeners, for tuning into my show, And we will see you next week, Sunday nights, 8 p.m. on CJMP Radio.